Hello everyone, today we will learn about the basics of flow builder in marketing platform. So in order to start the flows, we need to head over to the flows option. So once you are inside the flows section, here you can simply create a new flow by clicking on the create flow button. So once you click on this button, the flow builder will look something like this. Now here in the left hand side you can see we have message types, actions, and in message types we have 6 options. Likewise in the actions we have around 8. So let's start with the basics. So here in the flow builder, the first thing you need to do is to change the status to as active. As you can see on the top, it is inactive right at the moment. So I'll simply click on this switch. Now it will turn out to be green and now it is active. I can also rename this flow. In the left hand side you can see this pencil icon. I can simply click on this and change the name from untitled to something like, let's say, test. Alright, so once we are done with the basics, now let's start the flow. So we are having 3 options how we can initiate the flow. We can either start with a trigger word at our keywords. So like whenever someone inputs that specific keyword, the flow will get initiated. The second option is to choose a template message. So let's say someone has done a broadcasting or someone has sent a template message. Through that, the flow would initiate. And one prerequisite here is that template should contain buttons so that user clicks on that button and then the flow will get initiated. The third option is through the Facebook meta ads. So we will, for the testing purpose, we'll begin with keywords. So let's say I'll write in the keyword and move and drag and drop a new node from this little circle icon you can see on the top of the node. Once you drag and drop and just leave the cursor as it is, you will get to know about multiple content blocks. The first option is the text plus button. So this is a very basic kind of node where you can simply put in some text and then you can add buttons. So here one thing you need to keep in mind that you have a limit of 3 buttons, so you can only add up to 3 buttons, and in the message field you can write down anything you like. Also one thing you can add up here, that if you want to bold out some kind of text, then you can add a star mark before and end of that specific word or string file. So this is a very basic kind of node. And let's say I have added 3 buttons, and then through that 3 buttons I can initiate the second flow. Now the second kind of node is the media node. Now in the media node you have multiple types of options to select from. So the media block contains files like image, video, audio, or file. And file could be anything ranging from a zip file to a PDF or maybe an Excel sheet. So for the basics we will go with image. Now you can select an image file or a video file in multiple ways. You can either put in a URL or you can just simply upload that specific media from your actual device. So one more thing you need to keep in mind, that if you're uploading using the URL method, then that URL should be it should be open to public so that anyone could access it. And if you are uploading through the onboard device, then you can simply click on add media, and here you can drag and drop or simply click on the upload button. And once you will click on upload button, add a media file, it will automatically get synced on this media library so that you can reuse it in future. Now the third kind of node is a list node. This node looks very much like a template node. It contains a header file, a body, and a footer as well, just like template. And here again 2 things, that the header and footer are optional. You don't necessarily need to fill in this data, it is just optional. If you want to have a header or a footer, then you can simply add it. And you need but you need to put in the body file at least. So let's say I have written some kind of text in this body, and then I can add section. Since it is a list message, you can also change the button of that list so that whenever someone clicks, what kind of text overlay you want to be happening above the button. And in the list section you first need to create a section. So it will be like a header for the list. Once you have entered the name for the section title, then you can add out items inside it. Now here also you can add up to 10 items including the section. Now we will move to the next type of node, that is product node, and the single product and multi products. These two nodes are related with the catalog which we would connect with Facebook or Meta. So if you are having e-commerce catalog on your Facebook or Meta account, then you can link it out from in the flow section. You will see this connect catalog option. From there you can link, and then you can show the specific products you would like to put in this node. Now the sixth one is the template node. So to add a template node, you need to first create a template. So you can just head over to the manage section and create a new template. Once you have successfully created that template, you can click on the template button and add the template you have created. You have to search for your template inside this option, and once you have searched for it, you can simply add it here. Now coming to the action section, the first action we have is the request intervention. So let's say you are some user is going through your flow, and you found out that the user needs to be contacted by your agent, or an intervention from external agent is required, then you can use this method. So let's say someone has clicked on a specific button, then you can link that button to this node, so that the agent would get a notice that this flow or this user requires intervention. Now the second one is the boolean, that is condition if. So if you are trying to create some kind of logics and buttons or options, so it is this feature will really come in handy. So just like boolean, you can have two options. So let's say a user has selected this, then this should happen, and if not, then this should happen. Now the third one in the action section is the ask address. Now these three questions, ask address, ask location, and ask question, and ask media, these four options are a part of the question catalog. So the ask address is a predefined question. So whenever you will send this, a question would go asking for a specific area and the fields which are related for that address node. Likewise, we have location, and in the ask question, you can add out simple questions. These could be like normal text question if you are asking for a phone number or simple name or simple string values, int values. Now one thing that is you need to keep in mind, that where are you going to save this information. So the questions, all the answer of these questions are being saved on an attribute. So first you need to create an attribute. You have to go to the manage section, and there in the manage section you have to head over to the user attribute menu, and there you can add multiple attributes. Now once you have created that attribute, then you can map the response according to it, and you can also change out the attribute format just in case if you need it. Now the fourth one is the ask media. So let's say if you want the user to send out some kind of media file, let's say if you are asking for a PDF or an image, then we will utilize this action node. So here let's say I'm requiring an image file, so I will add a media question, and in the media type section I will select the type of media I require. So I have four options to select from, that is image, video, documents, and audio. So if I'm looking for an image file, then I'll simply select the image. And again, just like the normal ask question node, we can map that value into a simple attribute, and then later we can utilize it. Also here we have fallback values. So these are number of attempts. Let's say that user, if you are asking for an image as a question and user has provided an audio file, or let's say a text file which is irrelevant to the data you have asked for, then you can set up this validation error message, and you can also select the number of attempts. So let's say if the user had put in the data for let's say twice, then this message would get triggered 2 times. Now after this we have the attribute. Again, like I said before, once you have created the attribute from the manage section, you can change the attribute. It will come under the logic part. So let's say if you are trying to create a logic, let's say someone has created on yes a button named yes, then if you want to change the variable or the attribute of the specific person, then you can change through this option that we can set the attribute value. Now the 8th option is the add tag. Add tag could be coming in handy when you want to tag that specific customer for, let's say, broadcasting, or if you want that user with some tag in your CRM. So you can add that specific customer, and you need to create tags first. And once you have created the tag, then you can simply add the tag to it. Now the last option is the API request. So the API request contains the all the RESTful API calls. So you have get call, post call, put call, patch, and delete. And here in the params we have you can put in some key and the value respect to it. We have headers, we have body, and of course the URL file you can paste it above. And first you can test it out if the API is working correctly, and if it is, then you can simply map out the response. If it is in JSON file, you can map out its response to the attributes you have created. So as you can see in the response section, you have capture response in attribute. So you can simply map out that data to attribute so that you can use it further in your flow. Okay, so that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching. May you have a great day ahead.